Hi guys. We pretty much neglected our friend Captain Lightning for a while, so let's go and do a few missions with him. Maybe refill my stack of solder first. There we go. And also let's go do the vault.
Welcome, welcome, one and all. This is a room of fun, mayhem, and crime. Something to eat, opponents? Or just some useless crap? Pays your money and you takes your chance. Break the presents, get your prizes.
So let's see if we got anything good. No good.
That's it.
No
Game's over.
good.
Strong step up
The
to the
boots are good.
Get going before my good mood wears
So
off.
1 out of 3. Ain't too bad, I suppose. So let's just do a few easy missions. Why not? We're close to being a tier 2 for now, but we're still at tier 1. I probably should go do the South Gotham mission. We shall see. Could have sworn someone was firing on me. Oh well. As you can see, I'm gaining power back as I'm using my powers. There's this mechanic that I'll explain in a minute. That essentially helps you regenerate power when you're playing as an electric character. Like essentially, if you look at the description and the damage roll, it says that it adds an electro charge to cause damage over time. But also, if you go a bit lower, it says that it regenerates power whenever you activate it after adding an electro charge, or while electrocute is active. I'm probably going to have to respec my powers because essentially I'm going to add electrocute, but I'll do that some other time. So essentially, when I start with electrogenesis, I add electrocharge to the enemies. And then when I use, let's say, Voltaic Bolt, as you see at the bottom, it says that Voltaic Bolt regenerates. If I activate Electro Bolt after Electro Charge, after adding an Electro Charge, I will regenerate power. It says the same thing also with Arc Lightning, and the same thing also with Electro Burst. And also Electro Burst, Voltaic Bolt and Electro Burst also adds an electro charge. So I could start either with Electrogenesis, with the Voltaic Bolt, or with Electro Burst, depending on what I want. And then so I would start the chain with either of those three powers, and then as I cast the other powers, I would regenerate power as I cast them. So essentially, it's one way to uh, be able to cast powers without running out of power too much. So that's one of the mechanics that you have with electric. Also, there's various power interactions with electrified enemies. Essentially, you have a lot of powers that will do more damage if you do those attack on an electrified enemy.
Why are you and I fighting?
Trigon's been using Raven to control us.
Although, as you can see, it doesn't always seem to work for some reason. I probably don't have the sequence down properly. It works a lot better when I use Electrocute. So essentially, you start with Electrocute, and then pretty much all the powers that will follow will give you power back. So I'll probably next time I'll probably do that. It's no big deal. For now, we can do fine with this loadout.
Trigon still controls Raven, and Raven still controls Donna. Thanks for jumping in.
She usually has a long speech, so waiting with a regen barrel is usually a good idea.
Split up and search. Starfire and I will take the upper levels.
I'll search the rest of this floor.
Sounds like a plan. Hero and I will take hold of them. Come on.
So as you can see, I pretty much took powers into the I don't have the name right now. No, into this tree, into the voltage tree as opposed to the amperage tree. Essentially, the power that I really want is electrocute all the way down here. So next time I'll probably respect my powers and try to get that. And the power I have at the end is pretty much what you would call my finisher. Oh, that's why. Okay. So essentially, it's an ionic drain, and it works like it's if once the target gets below 35% health, the attack with this power will do extra damage. So it's what we would call a finisher. Like essentially, you do damage to the target, you do damage, and once you're close to you're below 35%, then you can hit him with the finisher and finish him off. It looks a bit like this weapon attack. So in PvP, it can sometimes confuse some players. Although the color is pretty much a dead giveaway.
Glad you guys showed up. I'm holding her body in one place, but Raven's fighting Trigon deep in her soul. I can feel it.
What can we do?
I've got to stay here to keep the portal open, but only a true magical warrior can enter that soul cell. The second
Let's try some other powers, just for fun.
It's all up to you. I know you and Raven can beat him down.
I can't keep Raven contained for long.
Also, I'm more of what you would call, I guess, a weapon master user, as opposed to using the powers and the advanced mechanics. Probably because I play mostly as a role. Like usually, I'll play as a DPS, as a controller, or as a healer. And I rarely play as a DPS. I pretty much play as a DPS only either by myself or when the people I play with ask me to switch to DPS for whatever reason. Oh, and I don't have. I just realized I don't have weapon mastery yet, so that's why. Okay. No problem. No problem. There's usually a barrel right here. I wasn't quick enough. Essentially, I wanted to break the barrel before the cinematic started, so that way you essentially regenerate your power while the cinematic is going. Well, it's no, it doesn't really matter. I saw she was Sterling, but I was hoping she would stop just as my punch would land. It happens. Crap.
Trigon's evil power has entered this world through me. But you have saved my soul, and I thank you. I hope you will fight at my side when his dark day comes.
I usually try to use different powers for my different characters. So even though I have like a handful of electric users, I try to give different powers to each, which sometimes lead to some interesting discoveries, and some other times it leads to something else. But it can get a bit confusing, like once you get used to the electric powers of one of your characters. That's a big one. Once you get used to the electric powers of one of your characters, it feels a bit weird when you play another of your characters. But we'll manage through it. So let's try and go do let's see, another skill point. I'll add that later. Let's go see our friend Supergirl. There's a Supergirl earlier today. Later today, I mean. Crap, didn't realize it was so late. For some reason, we still have to wait, even though we're queuing for a solo player mission. Just playing around with my loadout a bit. It seems off somehow. So I'm just rearranging my powers. Feels better a bit. Essentially, I have a way to mash the buttons. I'm not sure how to explain that properly. So I'll usually try to put, let's say, a range ability on the triangle button. So both triangle buttons, I'll try to put a range ability. And even though the one I had on the left triangle kind of works more or less as a range ability, it wasn't quite doing what I wanted. Like the damage over time should help us with Psycho when he disappears. As you can see, he's still taking damage from the damage over time, so that's good. It help us be able to find him if he turns invisible. And there we go. I'm not sure if we did the toxic barrels with this little guy.
Sometimes I think there just isn't enough of me to go around. Time to change that. How about a little more me?
I usually love using this attack, but holy crap, you keep on getting interrupted whenever you try to use it. But they did give it a quite a nice boost, so it's a pretty powerful attack now. Also, as you can see, just rearranging the order of the button pretty much changed the order I use in with my attacks, and it kind of helps with the regenerating power thingy. Sometimes just subtle differences help out a bit. Again, it's not a really big deal. Like these are tier 1 missions, but in other missions, it's gonna be a bit more important.
Stand in judgment over me? Time for you to walk a mile in my
Especially those missions that
one day all
were made a bit harder by Game Update 47.
their mere image will be your death.
You need to learn some manners.
The Gorilla Highland one comes to mind. So let us save our friend Supergirl with her new look. Yeah, she still has her new look.
Thank you. Dr. Psycho weakened me with kryptonite and stuck me in this red
I'm
sun.
not sure how long they're going to keep her this way. They did say it was a temporary thing.
Have to go talk to Cal. Superman. Thanks again. Maybe we can talk when I don't feel so sick.
But she looks good. I just wish the blue, well, the colors generally speaking, were brighter. But it's a it's a nitpick. It's fine the way it is. So let's see what we got. Oh, we got a mod, a medallion. Let's see what's in the box. Oh, too bad we have a better chest piece, but same here. At least we got a mod. Let's go put it in our generator. Ideally, we want restoration mods, but at this point, we don't have any mods anyway, so whatever we get is fine. Let's go sell and repair a bit. Let's keep those for someone else. This we can sell. This. Let's keep it for someone. Oh. So let's do one last one. Oh, the vault again. Oh. Essentially, we're hoping to get the Captain Marvel T-shirt, but didn't happen yet.
That's it. Game's over. Step along, step along.
So let's see what we got. No good. No good. And that's it. No, I'm sad. Okay, so let's go for one last mission. Oh, let's go for the Spectre. I kind of like this one. The ghosts can be annoying a bit, but overall, Kind of like this mission. Essentially, I try to use the barrels against the ghosts before the ghost decides to use them against me, which pretty much means breaking the barrels before the ghosts have a chance to break them. And let's talk to our friend Hal Jordan.
I'm glad you're here. The Spectre's in the next room, and the craziness is hitting the fan. The Spectre needs a human soul in order to judge humanity. Without it, you get... well, you've seen it. And I should know, I was once his host myself. Prepare yourself, and let me know when you're ready to move. Alright, let's go. This might be a one-way trip. Messing with the Hand of Vengeance is a good way to find yourself judged.
Hal is so melodramatic with his one-way trip.
Green Arrow? Good job. Yeah, this is not right. There's got to be something forcibly ripping away the Spectre's humanity. I'll keep busy while you two check the hallways and find out what's doing this.
Without it, Lucifer would be found guilty. Pride. To find satisfaction in a just sentence, one must be certain of their judgment.
And we can see Hal fight the Spectre by himself in the background as we progress. And let's break the barrel before the ghosts use it against me.
Mercy. Without understanding, it is merely an excuse for the weak to escape judgment. No, I reject these foolish emotions. I judged for too long. Without my humanity, I am lost. I must have a human host.
Here there's plenty of barrels, so no reason not to use them. Let's use our SHAZAM. Not too impressed by Words of Power so far. I remember not liking using it in the past. I would prefer you to use something like Bastion. But people kept on telling me how good Word of Power actually was. Well, let's try it again.
My human host once again, and contain the power of offense.
Oh yeah, now fear the wrath of the Spectre.
My humanity. The time for his judgment is coming, and my vengeance will be both just and terrible.
Oh yeah, we got the Mask of the Spectre. It's a fairly rare item. It's probably the first item I was able to sell for like 50 millions at the time. Which ironically wasn't that much money. Everything was very expensive. But it did give me a lot of money to buy essentially all the potions I needed and all the let's say less expensive collections. And of course all the repairs. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it with him though. I'll probably. No, it's better than what I have. What the heck? Let's see what's in the box. Nothing good. Okay, let's use the helmet. Why not? There we go. Well, I should probably start putting mods in my gear at some point. No big rush. So that's it for now, guys. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.